The 1990s were a time of unique school experiences, where the blend of traditional discipline and emerging educational philosophies created a distinct atmosphere. While many kids found joy in the freedom of the decade, they also dreaded certain school punishments that left a lasting impact. Here's a look at the top 10 school punishments every kid feared in the 90s. 1. The principal's office. Being sent to the principal's office was the ultimate fear for many students. It represented the loss of control and the potential for serious consequences. The mere thought of waiting for judgment in that ominous room sent shivers down kids' spines. 2. Detention. Detention was a classic punishment that meant sacrificing precious free time after school. Kids dreaded the thought of sitting in silence, reflecting on their misdeeds, while their friends enjoyed the playground or their favorite TV shows. 3. Writing lines. The infamous punishment of writing lines, e.g., "I will not talk in class," was a common practice in the 90s. This tedious task felt never-ending and was seen as a humiliating reminder of misbehavior. 4. Being sent home with a note. Receiving a note to take home was a double-edged sword. Kids feared not only the punishment they'd face at school but also the inevitable wrath of their parents after presenting the note. It felt like a guaranteed ticket to trouble. 5. Extra homework. For many, the thought of receiving extra homework was a nightmare. It meant more time spent on assignments instead of fun activities or hanging out with friends, turning after school hours into a dreaded homework marathon. 6. Physical punishment. Though less common, some schools still practiced physical punishment in the 90s. The fear of paddling or being swatted with a ruler made many kids think twice before misbehaving, creating a culture of fear around discipline. 7. Public humiliation. Some teachers resorted to embarrassing students in front of their classmates as a form of punishment. Whether it was calling out a misbehavior or making a student wear a dunce cap, the anxiety of public humiliation was palpable. 8. Time out. While often associated with younger children, timeouts were still a punishment in some classrooms. Being isolated from peers and forced to sit alone for what felt like an eternity was a source of anxiety for many students. 9. The wall of shame. Some schools had a designated spot where misbehaving students would stand or sit as a form of punishment. The idea of being put on display in front of classmates made this one of the most feared consequences. 10. Loss of recess. The loss of recess time was a punishment that struck fear into the hearts of many elementary school students. The thought of missing out on playtime was enough to make kids reconsider their behavior, as recess was often the highlight of the school day. In the 90s, school punishments were a blend of fear and lessons learned. While some methods may seem outdated or harsh by today's standards, they left a lasting impression on students, shaping their memories of childhood and education. These punishments remind us how much school environments have evolved over the years, prioritizing understanding and communication over fear-based discipline.